experience back in the days. That stuff was experienced back in the days. Tell everybody to stay. Shall we begin? Shall we begin? I think we shall. The show today is about Spotify, them 1,000 streams. Check this lady out on YouTube talking about 1,000 streams. Scarface. She from Houston, Texas. Milwaukee podcast. I'm your host, Jimmy G. Check out the lady talking about the live streams.
Nah, this wild. You own your studio. So you got your laptop, you own all your stuff, you already paid for that. You don't owe no money on that. So you can basically record for free. But let's just say you didn't record for free. You just started recording. And you're going to be able to get your money back because your whole studio setup might cost you $2,000, $2,500, something like that. It don't have to be that expensive, but it can be. So let's just say you $40,000, $2,000. So now we're down to $38,000. You produce yourself. You paid maybe, let's just say you spent $100 on loops because you produce it yourself. Then you mix and master it yourself because you learning how to mix and master. You learn how to, or even if you purchased the beat from a person, you purchased it exclusive, you might have to pay a couple $100 for exclusivity. Let's just say you paid $1,000 for exclusivity and you paid a couple $100 for your song to be mixed. $250, $500 for your song to be mixed. It's probably not gonna be that expensive, but it can be. So we're down to $38,000 from the studio. Let's just say $2,000 more. So we down to $36,000. Then you got to consider how much you're going to be putting into how you're going to market this song. Are you going to hit the streets? Are you going to do it online? Are you going to do this? Are you going to do music video? You know, there's a lot of costs that come into this stuff. But you won't have to. So you are able to keep a lot of your own money. And then, of course, you have all the other ways that this song can make money. You're going to have your publishing side for your writing share and your publisher share, two different sides. So you don't have to split that unless, you got a producer and you got to split it with the producer, which they deserve however much that you're going to give them. People like me, I just do 50% with everything that I do because it's just easier to break stuff down. If you got a person that's featured on the song, making sure that they get their cut of it, all that's something you can do for free. Another thing is a lot of people like Scarface and stuff, they're harping on these streams because when they get into these deals and they get into these situations, they don't want to talk about when they sold their music off by signing with a major because they just wanted more visibility. And yeah, signing with a major can do wonders for you if you're an artist who the profits can be maximized. Somebody like Lady Gaga can be maximized to the fullest, and the key word here is going to be sync licensing. These people sign these deals and they give up anything that they can have, like all the extra money that can come in from the sync licensing because they're not entitled to that. One sync license for people, you don't even have to be known to be in sync license. That's why everybody want to be able to do it because you'll be able to make a good living, be able to take care of yourself and make enough money in music to pay bills, to live a good life without having to give your music away because the commercial, the movie, the television series and stuff, they want to be able to have clearable music that they don't have to jump through hoops to get it cleared, and they can go directly to you. Yeah, if you get with an agency, you might have to break them off a little bread, but if the song get placed once, it can be placed 100 more times. It can be placed into infinity. You can have licenses that are good for a certain amount of time. Somebody like me, licenses are good as long as you want to pay. I'm not, play, and everything is clearable. As soon as we finish recording it, we're going straight to the paperwork. That's another thing. We'll get to that in a second, but we're going straight to the paperwork, making the record clearable. We're doing a one-stop so people can take the music and play it. You can also, they also aren't in a position to say yes or no to...
Like people that sell their music, like Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre sold the Chronic album. He sold the Chronic. Yeah, everybody didn't know that he did. He sold the Chronic album. So, I understand about these legends, artists like Scarface, I ain't gonna say mad, angry, or anything like that. I'm gonna say it's because the live streams on Spotify. They don't, $4,000, nah, $4,000 don't cover that, sweetheart. You sign with a major label, you know what I'm saying, to have some type of visibility, to be a bigger artist, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So she right, Scarface got to stop crying. Stop crying, bro. Stop crying, bro. We understand. But what kind of deal did you have with Jay Prince? What kind of deal did you have? That's your career, FaZe. Brad Jordan, that's your career. That's your career. So you have to do what you got to do, man. Live streamers don't pay shit. It don't. But it pays something. But you gotta have patience. Getting lawyers and getting this and getting that, that's breaking off a piece of your money. Yeah, you probably had 3% in it. Yeah, you signed with a major label. They own your masters and your publishing and all that stuff. And you only got 3% involved in it. That's why you always go independent. Independent, y'all. You hear me? You hear me? Independence is everything besides the live streams. So put what you think down there in the comments section. What you think. What my people think about live streams. How much money do you get for live streams? The legend, the artist, Scarface, whoever in the rap business. Put your like down there in the comment section. Thank you. Milwaukee for me was an experience back in the day.